everybody, and welcome to Poland Daily Travel. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a really great day, or you've had a great day if you're watching in the evening. We have with us Tony McFarland Gonzalez from Bydgoszcz. How are things, sir, in the metropolis?
Oh, I wish it was metropolis and warm, but no, it's not. It's cold and dreary and wet.
Spring in Europe. I remember when I lived in England, it used to rain every bank holiday. You just have what they call the leaden sky of Great Britain. And this would go on all through the summer. As soon as there was a bank holiday, the weekend was sure to be horrible. Yeah. I remember there was one year where there was a great summer, and it was miraculous summer. It hardly rained at all. And people just didn't know how to deal with it, because what do you do with your raincoat and your umbrella when it really doesn't rain for 3 months? So that was incredible. But we're used to this in Europe. They say, you know, with the environmental stuff, particularly solar power, the Germans have been big proponents of this. But unfortunately, there's not enough, apparently, there's not enough snow. There's plenty of snow. There's not enough sunshine in Germany to justify the use of solar panels to really go offline, which I find interesting. I heard this from, I heard it on the internet. It must be true. No, it was actually an expert who should know these things, talking about, you know, it works very well in Arizona, but not so well in Germany. Anyway, that's just an example of the horror of that is often the European summer. But at least it's not too hot and humid. You can wear your sweater and not sweat too much, and still enjoy a hot beverage during the summer, right?
Oh, yes, especially.
What's that?
Especially in the forests.
Especially in the forest. That's true. You're a big cyclist, aren't you? And yeah, you're doing it all the time. You have a bike which costs more than my automobile, and we were laughing about that before. And you're training for the Olympics coming up, aren't you?
Yeah, I have first qualifier in Maniago, Italy, coming up on the 17th. I leave the 15th here.
Yeah, which is amazing. So I wish you good luck on that. How do you find cycling in Poland generally?
Actually, very, especially out. I wouldn't really say that they're not very cognizant of cyclists, but it's just the fact that they don't really pay attention to them, and they're not used to it as much as more Western European countries.
I can tell you, having been run over by various vehicles in Britain and in Poland, I can tell you that in Poland, when I got squeezed by one of those long buses, the driver got out and started shouting at me.
Yeah, I know.
He squeezed me between his bus and another bus, tried to maneuver me. This is a little bicycle, and then he started shouting at me. But I think he was just in shock. This was some time ago. It wasn't yesterday, but it was a few years ago. It was like 10 years ago. And one time I was run over in Knightsbridge by a Royal Mail truck going around a roundabout.
Oh boy.
Of course, they go the opposite way in Britain to the continent, and which is always fun. I like that actually. And they ran. Well, they just did this sort of squeeze play again. Maybe I used to ride the bike pretty fast, faster than I do these days. And they just knocked me down, and I didn't hurt myself in either occasion to scrape my knees and that sort of thing, elbows. But they said, "Oh, sorry about that. Can we take you home, sir?" So they put my bike in the back of the post truck and took me to my doorstep. And then I heard that I'm glad they did that, because apparently you can't sue the Queen's mail, because you're not allowed to sue the Queen. I don't know if that's true, but somebody told me that.
They probably don't know the laws.
Yeah, you can. But they were so nice, and I wasn't really injured, thank goodness. But do you find that I mean, I cycle a lot around the town and sometimes take my bike and go on a train somewhere. But do you find that cycling on the roads, it's better than it used to be a few years ago?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's because a lot more people are cycling now, and the drivers have to be more cognizant of it. Because 4 years ago, hell, you would be taking your life in your own hands. I did almost every single time. But it's awesome because I think COVID had its ups and downs for us, but it also made people more aware that, oh my goodness, my family is actually riding on the road, or this infrastructure in Poland is absolute crap for cycling.
Because a lot of people were taking advantage of being able to go out on their bikes in the fresh air, right? And get out into a green space or that sort of thing. Yeah, or use it for transportation because you didn't want to go on the metro or the buses, trams. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's all we got for this show. Thanks, Tony. Good luck with the Olympics coming up. And thank you, everyone, for watching.